last time when I recorded, I like
Oh,
scared Garrett. Do you remember that? Garrett's like, did I do that? And we're like, no, Garrett.
He couldn't figure out what was wrong with his phone.
I know. He's like, what's going on? He's like logging in and out. We're like, Garrett, this isn't about you. That was awesome. Um, so I have this. Did anyone see the email that I sent out today with some suggestions for fantasy books to read? Did you guys see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Mhm,
yep.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see
And
that
the
Cinderella
YouTube.
assassin one?
Oh yeah, that looks like a blast.
I know, doesn't that look so cool? I want to pull up the email just in case people haven't seen it. I think I threw it away.
You
I
threw it
get
away?
I get my own emails, like I'm on my own email list so I can monitor what comes through. I'll share my screen here so people can see it just in
You also
case.
had it on Facebook too, right?
I should have, yeah.
I thought
So
I
there's
saw it on Facebook.
there's this Dragon Kings. So it's on Amazon for like $10. You get 5 books. And then like one reader emailed me today and said that Kimberly Loth is one of her favorites and that these are really good books. So I'm really excited to try that one. And then the
Cool.
Cinderella Assassin. Doesn't it look so intense?
It does.
Whoa. And then the other books in the series were like Cinderella Soldier, Cinderella Spy, and then Snow Wicked White and Snow Warrior White. I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. Anyway, so I was excited to share that with you guys. I don't have time to read it right now, but I want someone to read it and then tell me what you think. If you don't mind, because
You
I
have
have this,
audiobooks? Because that's about all I have time for right now.
are you an audiobook person, Anna?
I am, yeah.
I don't know. We can look and see. This other one is Savage City by
I
Leslie
think I
Penelope.
own that one.
You
That
own
sounded
this one?
money. That kind of sounded kind of good.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I bought it. She just launched it actually, I think the same day we launched Vivite. I bought it in person, like in paperback. I hardly ever do that. I have this video. I don't know if you guys saw the video where I like talked to Leslie for like 5
YouTube.
minutes. Yeah, on YouTube. So her other fantasy book was listed as one of the top 100 best fantasy novels by Time magazine, and I was like, "Oh, like we've got to talk. Like, how did you do that? That's so crazy." She said she didn't even know. Like, she just like someone was talking about it and emailed her, and that's how she found out. Like, I was like, "Time magazine didn't even reach out to you?" And she's like, "No." That's so weird. Anyway, so I wanted to see if you guys saw those books because I'm really excited to read them. So I'll read Savage City, and you guys, someone has to read Cinderella Assassin, and then the Dragon Kings, and let me know and report back on Coffee with Katie because those look awesome. Do you guys like getting book
I did check
recommendations?
if they were.
Go ahead, Lila.
Yeah. I did check on audio too, because I love to check if there's audio
do.
straight away. But but she wasn't on audio, so I'll have to just have a read. I haven't checked Cinderella though; she might be on audio.
I'll email them.
Cinderella
and
isn't.
see.
I just looked.
Dang it! I'll email them and see.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because I was in contact with the author earlier. I'll see
The
what they
Dragon
say.
Kings is on audio, I think.
I thought she would. I thought Kimberly would. Huh. Well, I will try to find the links so we can share those with the Facebook group too, because we've got a lot of audio people that are coming in lately, which is awesome. That's what we're hoping for. Do you guys do fairy books?
Mm,
Whoa,
I love fairies.
Diane.
I love fairies.
Okay. All right, great.
Fairies are my.
I'm going to take you on a little tour of my house in the background. Look, Lila.
Me too, Diane.
There you go,
Oh,
Lila.
yeah. Beautiful.
We don't have like a furnace or whatever. We just do wood. Okay, this is my dark bedroom. I don't know where my book is, you guys. Here it is. Okay, so Diane, have you read this book before? Court of Bitter Thorn?
You know what? I have it on my list to read. Is it good?
Do you?
Yeah.
So I don't really do fairy books that much. Have any of you read much fae?
I read Sarah Moss has a couple good.
Yeah,
series.
Sarah Moss has really good ones.
I love her, especially the Court of Thorns and Roses series is really good.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that one
It's
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to like ghost the question.
Okay, I'll have to try that one then.
Yeah, you'll have to. You know what? I can send it to you when I'm done. So I have like 50 pages left. What is that, like an hour? I don't know. Oh, I don't get to just sit down and read because there's always little faces. So
You have to give them a book too.
She has a really fun map too.
Oh yeah, Sarah does maps too, and
So which one's that?
So it's called The Court of Bitter Thorn by K.L. Moody. So I just emailed her today, and she and I are going to do a quick 5-minute chat where she talks about the book. I'll see if she can give you guys like a deal or something. I don't think she'll be.
Oh, okay.
She sells direct. So.
Oh, okay.
Like I do. So I found her on Pinterest. I bought this off Pinterest. Which I was like, oh, do people actually buy books?
What was her name? Heidi, what was her name?
K.L. Moody.
Oh, Moody. I wonder if I've got one of hers. Yeah, I'll have
It's
to have
a
look
fairy
after. I've
book.
got a
So
whole heap.
it's funny. I got it because Alora is the
They
main
look-
character, and she reminded me a little bit of Bianca, but in like a fairy world. So I'll read you the
Yeah.
blurb. It says, fairy wasn't supposed to be real. That's the place, fairy. Tricked by a fey prince, Alora is stuck in the fairy realm, far from her young sisters who depend on her for survival. Under the terms of her bargain, she can't go home to the mortal world until Prince Brannick, like Merrick, becomes the next High King, or until he's taken out of the running. So then she like sabotages.
Wants to kill him, doesn't she?
So
Doesn't it say she wants to kill him?
she does, yeah, actually. Then she tries to sabotage Brannick. I'm not sure what to think about Alora and Brannick because there's a little bit of Max in him,
Oh,
like Maximilian. Like they hate each other at first,
I like Max.
but I know they're supposed to be together, and so I'm like, but Brannick is truly a jerk, and so I've been like, did I do this to Max?
No.
I don't know.
He was just kind of grumpy in the beginning.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Max.
I
Oh, no,
appreciate
he
that.
was never
Reason.
a jerk. He was never a jerk.
No, he was not a jerk. He
He
wasn't
was
a
a
jerk.
dusty old codger.
He was
but
kind
wasn't
of
a jerk.
distant. He was kind of distant.
Yes, but
Oh.
remember, it's not Max, it's Maximilian.
Right, sorry, Maximilian. You'd think the
Well, doesn't
author
she
would
call him
know.
Max?
Yeah, but the thing
She
is,
probably does.
get to
I thought
know-
Isadora could. Doesn't she call him Max?
What'd you say, Terry? Say it again.
Once you find out why Max was the way Max was, you understand.
Oh yeah.
You know.
You're gonna
Anybody-
find out even more in the book that comes out this fall. That's all I'm gonna
Yay,
say.
yay.
You know, I have to plan it and actually write it. It'll happen. It's all gonna be fine. Anyway, so I'm pretty like, so here's the thing, the final line. So she basically tries to sabotage the prince, and now she's trying to save him in the book. So it says the choice would be easy if a certain prince weren't digging his way into her heart. So that's what's held me on. I'm like, oh, now I have to see if they actually get together because it's clearly alluded here, right?
Mhm.
And he's just starting to be like maybe a little nice, but he was truly like a jerk. So I want to see if she can redeem him, right? Like, am I gonna like this guy? I want to know if I'm gonna like this guy.
I think it ends on a cliffhanger waiting for the next book.
You've read
Oh,
it?
no. Is there the next book? Is there next?
There's
I
gonna
hate
be a
when you
next
have to-
book.
But Terry, this was published in South Jordan, Utah. So just saying, it's one of your people.
What's the author again?
K.L. Moody.
Huh. I know a Moody, but I don't know.
I know a lot of Moody's. Just kidding.
I know a lot of Moody people.
Anyway, so Diane, when I'm done, I'll send it to you.
Okay,
Do you already own it?
not yet.
Oh, okay.
I
I'll
think
send
I
it to
have
you.
it in my list of ones to read.
I have this dream where everyone in the witchery, like we have a post, like a monthly post or something, and everyone can post the book they just finished, and if they will send it to another person in the witchery, and we do like a paperback book swap, so the books can like travel around to like other readers. I don't know if anyone else would want to do that though. Like some people don't want to give up their books, you know?
I'm a
It's
book
harder.
hoarder.
I'd have trouble giving up.
It's hard for people that just do it with e-readers though.
Right. Yeah. That's why it would just be paperbacks. Like if you have a
Yeah.
paperback you just finished and you want to share it, like post it here and anyone who'd be interested in reading can like send you the address and whatever. But I'm sort of a minimalist and so I don't keep a lot of books. I just like send them back into the world, you know. But I know a lot of people don't do that. Like Kim is a book hoarder.
Oh yeah,
I am a book
I'm
hoarder.
a hoarder.
Yeah,
I'm a
Lila.
hoarder.
Lila's like, yeah, that's me.
I won't show you my bookshelves.
Yeah. Well, sounds like we're all in good company then. Jade and Rosanna, I'm curious, do you girls like reading about fairies?
Like it's not. I haven't really read too much about them, so
Yeah, I haven't either. This is new for me. Like crash course into the
I
fae.
like fairies.
Oh,
I like
that's fair.
Yeah,
fairies.
me too, Diane.
Jade.
But
Oh, go ahead, Diane.
yeah, Sarah Moss is really good. Both of her. She has a Thorn of Glass series, and then
Okay.
the Court of Thorns and Roses or whatever is another one. That's the one I started with first.
Are those like her headliners, or are those what she's really
Those
known
are like
for?
that's the first books in each series. Like the one is about 8 or 9 books, and the other one's like 5.
I've read Sarah J. Maas, but it was a different book and it went sideways halfway through, and I was like, this was a terrible decision you just made. Why would you do that? And I couldn't finish it. And I need to give her another chance because she's so big.
The Court of Thorn and Roses, that's the one I was telling you about. The first book, the one girl falls in love with the one guy, and then near the end or the beginning of the next book, it's like she's slanting towards somebody else. I'm like, no. But then you find out the one she did like first is not good. The second one, you like them better.
So all of you are starting to worry about Merrick and Baxter now.
No, I'm not. It's Merrick, still Merrick.
No, it's Baxter.
No, it's
I'm
Merrick.
so glad Jean Marie is here.
Good thing we're not in the same room.
I'm currently arguing with Baxter. Sorry, Jean Marie. I'm arguing with him right now.
I was just gonna say, now, Jean Marie's Team Baxter, right, Jean Marie?
oh yeah.
It's good to have a Team Baxter representative here all the time. Otherwise, it would always be Team Merrick.
I don't think there's very many of us.
There's not. There's really not.
Shirt.
What, Terry?
I just want the shirt, you know.
I got my Merrick shirt.
Diane.
Wow, you want to say son of a god?
Yeah.
Son of a god is pretty funny. I mean, you have to admit it's pretty funny.
People are like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Son of a
Well,
god.
if you notice on the shirts, I wonder if that's a telltale, because Son of God was a lot bolder than Will You Marry Me?
I would go with that, Kim, but I had Samantha design those. So I did not design those. Jade and Rosanna, I was going to ask you, what are your favorite fantasy books to read? If you're not really into Fae and you're obviously reading the Dragon Master trilogy, what are your favorite fantasy books to read?
I really like. There's a series called Septimus Heap. So it's all like, what would you say, Ron? What would you say it is? It's sort of like, it's
They use magic without wands.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they use magic without wands, and it's sort of like is there 7 books in the series?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's more old fashioned, I guess, but there's still there's a princess involved, but not too princessy that it's.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And there's a dragon.
Annoying.
So.
Yeah, that's a good series.
What was it again?
Septimus Heap.
Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah. That's a good one. So if you ladies are 20, are you doing uni or anything like that?
I'm currently trying to find a job. So it's Jade. I'm trying to find a job, but currently not doing too much.
You need to come to the US. We have a lot of jobs here right now. So many jobs available that it's a problem.
Canada too.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad right now. That's awesome. What kind of job are you looking for, Jade?
I want to work with animals, so
Fun.
because currently we're sitting at the back with our 2 dogs.
Oh, what kind of dogs are they?
My dog Remus is a cavoodle, so Cavalier cross poodle.
Oh, cool. Come here.
And then
Speaking of.
I have a Labrador.
Oh, I love labs. They're so cute. That's one of mine. We call him the old man. He's 11 and he has like giant lipomas all over his body. So these giant like fat tumors that are just, he has like 40 of them or something. And he's really needy. So if you ever hear a dog of mine barking, it's probably that one.
My dog just heard that, so he's run up the stairs.
I have
He's like,
12
"Oh, good."
cats.
Oh, you have cats, Anna?
I have 12, yeah.
You're the
Rescue-
cat
I had
lady.
six.
Wow.
He's worse than
Yeah.
I am.
How many do you
I
have,
thought
Jean
I was
Marie?
bad with
How many?
4.
12
Yeah,
cats.
I have. Yeah, I had Pokemon me 6 kittens that somebody dished at an old site I was working at. They were 5 days old. I didn't even know what sex they were. I couldn't tell. So
So you just still have
caught
them.
them and brought them home. Yep,
Wow.
that was a little bit of trouble.
I can't imagine. Just so funny.
Yeah, my cats are all crazy. I have a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm looking to save up to buy a house. So
Oh, nice. Nice. Did I ask where you're
yeah,
at in the US? Where do you live in the US?
Florida, Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay. Florida. Awesome.
That's why I'm in
Oh,
a tank top.
yeah, I'm jealous. Definitely.
That's why I'm in a sweatshirt.
Yeah, you're in cold Wyoming. Well, Jade, that sounds like fun. I hope you find a job.
I just got digging through my 158 ebooks and found, have you ever heard of Alexa Purdy? She's
Hmm.
a dark
Not off the top of
fairy.
my head. Alexa Purdy.
I like her books.
I started reading them and I got halfway through and then I had this author that kept writing all these books that I can't keep up with, you know?
So annoying, man. So annoying.
Once a month, you know, it's a
You gotta
damn
drop her. Is it Purdy? Alexia
Yep.
Purdy?
That's what I was gonna ask.
She looks pretty awesome. Here, I'll share my screen so you can
Oh, thank
see.
you.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's going to their individual browsers.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That looks
that
fun.
looks interesting.
3 audiobooks. There you go, Anna. 3 audiobooks.
Cool.
She's got a Patreon.
Yeah, I have some of hers.
You said you liked her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Both of you. That's awesome. She's got quite a bit. I mean, look at this. We have some catching up to do, right?
I read the first 2 and I got waylaid by some other buddy that, you know, started writing.
Trouble, Terry. Ooh, those covers are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
The storm glass, that looks fun.
She's the girl in there is quite interesting.
Is interesting a good thing in that context?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Anna?
yeah.
Yes.
She's, she gets stuck in some not necessarily nice situations and she still makes it out.
That's like the perfect protagonist, right?
So yeah. And then
Yeah.
there's a bunch of other books called The Dragon School, and there's like 10 or 12 of those, and I can't remember who. I can't find that one right off the top of my head, but I started out with the
What book was that?
What school was it?
The Dragon School.
Oh, the Dragon School.
I'll see if I can find it. Pull up my other tablet.
There,
Yeah, I
I
have one of the largest Kindle libraries of anyone in the world. I have over 40,000 ebooks because I read so much.
dang,
Wow.
Gina.
Yeah.
Good grief. Do you guys remember J.A. Andrews?
I love her.
She's
Yeah.
amazing,
How do
right?
I know her name? Who's
Yeah.
that one? What?
I share her. You guys might have known her because I've shared her sometimes. But her dragon
follow
books
her.
are amazing. And her
Phenomenal, yeah.
audiobooks are good. A Thread of Shadows. I mean, those covers, I just die.
Yeah.
That's another good dragon series if you guys like protagonists. Like it's a male protagonist similar to Bianca in that there's like dragons and fantasy. She classifies, I think, herself as like noble bright fantasy, which is why like feel good YA basically without all the
yeah.
angst and stuff.
Yeah.
She had, and this is really good too. I love The Keeper's Tale. Tomkin and the Dragon is really fun. And then this one is Raven's Ruins. She just barely launched, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, she's epic if you're looking for amazing dragon books also. And she lives in Montana, like good people do. So just throwing that out there. She's like 2 hours north of me, and we've been friends for years now, and we've never met in person. It's just like we kind of met each other online somehow. I can't remember. So I need to go like drive and see her because I love her books, and we're always like sharing each other's books. But she's another good one for dragons if you're looking for it. I'm trying to think if I have any other good ones. Do you guys like nonfiction?
Yeah, I actually this Aussie author Lynette Nonny. She's got a great series.
Oh, who was it, Lila?
Lynette Nonny.
Lynette.
You see
Oh.
that?
That's a fun cover.
What was the last name?
A Carne. Noni. I'll pull it up too. Lynette Nonny.
Yeah, Nonny. Yeah.
I
And
think I just got the first book of her series.
and I really love her.
Here's her website.
Midor-
Prison Hero Trilogy. What one is that one, Lila? Do you know the series?
I love the series.
The World of
Because I've got the whole series, but I haven't really got into her other like stuff she started writing. It was just this one that I really liked because it had other worlds and magic and
what series? Oh, this one. A Carne.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
what is it about 16-year-olds at school for magic?
I don't know, but it's like it's like they're older than 16. I don't think I was like that at 16.
It's inevitable, right? Like every time I write Ava, I'm like, there's no way she's 11. She's like way too mature for 11, but I can't like turn her 11 and it's too middle grade, you know?
Yeah,
I like these names, Dracora. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and because there's some dragon stuff in there too, and
Ooh, thanks. This is a great recommendation. Grey Valley.
yeah, well, like I said, and I got so excited because she had a new series, and then I started reading it, and I just went, oh no.
I did that with Libba Bray. Do you guys know Libba Bray?
No.
She did the Gemma Doyle series. This one right here. So, I don't want that. I don't know if she has. So I love Libba Bray. I was obsessed with the Gemma Doyle series, but then I started reading the books that she wrote before that, and I was like, is this the same author? Like it was so I went from this, it's like 16-year-old Gemma Doyle goes to boarding school, right? So, but she can do magic. The setting is gorgeous, like 1895 London. It's really, really fun. It's a 3-book series, really fun. I loved this, but she wrote like this Beauty Queens and this like Going Bovine, and they're all just kind of like a bit quirky, I think. So I went from this like 1895, like really rich, historic, just beautiful setting to like this really weird, like I don't even know what this was, and I couldn't finish it, and I haven't gone back to her since. I need to go try some of her other stuff, but when authors like when it gets weird like that, sometimes it's weird. But I really love Libba Bray. If you guys like Bianca, I think you'd really like Gemma Doyle from A Great and Terrible Beauty. Those were really good books. I think Sushmita just popped in. Is she still here? Yeah. Where'd she go? Oh, so she must have got kicked out. Sushmita just tried coming in. Anyway.
Well, Andy gave me her telephone number. So she's the next time I'm not on.
Did you text her?
I text her. She's not responding. So
she's probably like doing something with the kids.
She wasn't sure how I needed to call her. So
she's gonna have some great excuse, like her children were sick or something. And Carol isn't on either.
No, Carol's not on.
Yeah.
Who else? And I haven't seen Louise. Was Louise there on Friday? I can't remember.
No.
Or was it Saturday?
No, she wasn't there Friday.
I don't think she was there Friday. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
think
Saturday.
Saturday, Amy.
Friday.
Yeah.
She was
For sure, she wasn't Saturday because the book club was at 2 a.m. her time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So we knew, but I think she was there. I think she was there Friday. I can't remember.
Oh, that's right. It was. Yeah, it was Friday night book club that she.
We have so many calls; it's hard to keep track. There's so many now; it's hard to keep track. Anyway.
Katie, I have a quick question.
Go for it.
Okay, because I had a little early copy of Chronicles. I finished that over the weekend.
Okay.
So I had a question of when Luna lays the egg for Ludius. Where is that time frame of from when they left the circle? Was Luna killed before they left the circle or after?
No. So Luna is like, Luna doesn't die for a little while yet. I mean, I don't know that I can remember the exact timeline, but Luna is there like, so after all the dragons are killed and the children basically are moving out to find a new place, and Talos helps establish what will be Ongui. Luna is part of that because she's
That's right. Okay.
yeah, Luna is the only dragon that believes, just like, is it Parker? Yeah,
Oh,
Parker
that's
and
right.
Tia.
Yes. Okay, that's right.
Parker and Tia see Talos for what he is, and they're both like, this isn't right. He's like he's becoming a dictator, he's taken over, and Luna sees it too, and she's the only dragon that isn't listening. So Parker flies Luna to the other Dragon Master villages, even though Talos starts banning flight, all that kind of stuff. So Luna eventually goes wild. So she eventually leaves the brood, which this is not covered in the book, and has Ludius. And then
So
Luna
where
is
that's
killed.
not covered either is where
Mm-mm.
Talos is the brood sire. Is Talos Ludius's father?
No, it's one of the other dragons. Yeah.
Okay.
Just one of the other dragons. So then Luna is basically kicked out of the brood at some point in the future, and she has Ludius.
Okay.
And that happens. Ludius is about 50 years old when the Dragon Master trilogy starts. And Luna dies shortly after she gets hatches them. So she doesn't even hatch him. Like, she lays the egg, and then Luna is killed by Talos, and Dea Silva in the forest protect Ludius, and then he grows like to adulthood alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pay attention to my
No, you're fine. It's not like there's not a lot to keep track of here. So many books.
After I finished it, then I'm like, okay, in Flame there was this and this was I.
If I could go back, I would. I just had an idea, actually. I would say if I could go back, I would write like a conclusion, like where Tia and Luna, like Tia's helping Luna or something, but maybe I should just write that as like a short story that we put in there. Like a story for Luna. Like when Luna gets kicked out, lays Ludius, that kind of thing. That'd be fun.
Squeeze
Maybe
that
I'll do
in.
that. Yeah, just squeeze it in. There's like, I have a 4.5-hour drive ahead of me on Wednesday. And aside from proving audiobooks, I'm going to spend pretty much the whole time plotting out Martin and Mildred and Isadora and Max. Because I talk my plots out. So I just record myself talking ideas out, and then I listen to it later and I put the plots together. So I need to get those books going because they're going to be pretty hefty novels.
So does hubby get to go with you, or does he have to stay home work?
Yes, stay home and work. Yeah, he's got some stuff going on, so it's fine. Sometimes it's easier.
Yeah, being by yourself sometimes.
Yeah, I know the rules, you know. That's how it goes. I was blessed and cursed to be military wife first. He was just, there's so much that he was gone for, you just figure it out. No, he's gonna be staying home, so it'll just be me and the kids and the dogs, which will be fun. So anyway, maybe I'll think on the Luna idea. Maybe I'll turn Luna into a story, because what I want to do, and a lot of fans have requested, is that we complete the timeline. So instead of this huge gap between the end of the Dragon Master trilogy to Mildred's basically book, I kind of complete all the events there. And I think Luna having a novella in that would be kind of fun. Like, even though it would technically happen before the Dragon Master trilogy, like in sequential order, I think it'd be more fun to read after the Dragon Master trilogy, because you know Ludius and Luna and that kind of stuff. And then we'll do Isadora and Max, and then the Martin and Mildred after Mildred's Resistance. So I think we'll kind of get it all pulled together by the end of this year, so that the timeline is mostly sequential and complete. It's so backwards though. Like, it's all over the place. Anyway, were there any other questions? We got about 7 more minutes.
I was curious if you were going to come up with any stories on the new dragons.
There you are. You came in It's
Yes.
Sushmita. You came in and then you left. I was like, where'd Sushmita go?
My phone died on me, so I had to get on my computer then. But
Sorry.
I'm kind of curious if you plan to do any stories on the new dragons that are in Leeton Wood now, like kind of work on the timeline. I don't know what happens to Luteus. Like, I don't remember what happened to him in the end of Dragon Master Trilogy. I read it so long ago.
Yeah, so that's what I was just saying. My plan is to hopefully by the end of the year, if not early next year, have the timeline complete so that you can read all the way through the Dragon Master Trilogy, through what happens next for those characters into Mildred's Resistance, and then through the Network Saga. So you could just actually read all the way through that, like 120 years of all current history would be covered all the way, so that you know what happens to everyone. That's the plan. Whether I'm not in charge, so we'll see how it kind of lays out. So after, like, this year, I'll be publishing Isidore and Max, which will cover the question of like what happened to Ludius, what happened to Sana, what happened to Isidore and Max. And then after that, I'm publishing Martin and Mildred, and it's going to be a novella kind of covering their love story, that will actually come after Mildred's Resistance. But that'll kind of bridge those two. So I think it'll be just a couple more books before we actually have that timeline solidified, but we'll kind of figure it out as we go. Because again, I'm not in charge. The problem with Isidore and Max is I don't know how many books it's going to be, right? So that's my problem, because I know how this goes. And if I have 60 years to span between the end of Dragon Master Trilogy and Mildred's Resistance, I just know how this usually goes. And it's going to be more than one. So that's what I'm nervous about. 4, Terry, don't you put that evil on me. Oh my gosh. It probably will be, you're right. But I'm also considering like shorter novellas. So there might be like 4, but they're all like 50,000 words. The Dragon Master Trilogy is like 110,000 words per book. Those are big books. Well, for me, if you're like a Brandon Sanderson's fan, he does like 500,000 word books. They're basically Bibles, right? But I think if I did shorter like books, we could still do like release them every 2 weeks and have there be 4 books or something. They could read them. So I'll play with that. I'll know more by next Monday because I will have had 9 hours driving in the car, and I will probably have the whole thing plotted out by then. Anyway, any other questions before we close this baby out?
I just wanted to say that I read the sneak peek of Prana.
Oh yeah.
And I'm super excited.
You should be really excited. So good.
Everywhere I went on my road trip, when I was seeing the Columbia River, I could like imagine Prana like coming out of the river or something.
Oh, there's
like,
totally scenes when that happens too. Like I have Prana in a river for 2 weeks, I think. Like it's awesome. Prana is so fun. She's deliciously awful. I was gonna say. She likes him. I hate to love her. That's what I keep saying. But I just deeply love her. She's so bad.
She's kind of evil.
She's more than kind of evil.
She likes the bad magic.
She does. Well, and she created Almorian magic, right? So that alone tells you who she is for sure. Yeah, no, Prana's deliciously awful. And it's a really fun book to read because you learn so much and you get to see so much happening, like with Isabel and Mabel. So that's really fun. I think you guys are gonna like it. I hope to have it ready for the launch team like next week or something like that. I'm not for sure. So I think a good number of you are on the launch team, so you guys should be reading it here pretty soon.
Okay.
Which is awesome. But
yay!
Yay!
I also wanted to still having coffee with Katie Friday.
Yes, this Friday, this upcoming Friday. Yeah,
awesome.
My mom is babysitting the kids for me, so we could have a 5-hour coffee with Katie because Grandma is in charge. Go ahead, Terry.
Off Friday.
Well, I'll have to come to that
I'll
one.
be working at a car show
You're gonna be at a car show on Friday?
in Hurricane.
Oh, Hurricane. I love hurricane. It's a good
I'll be
little part of
working.
Utah. You'll be working, yeah.
spelled hurricane, but it's pronounced hurricane.
Yeah, it's spelled hurricane, but it's like people that go to Zion say Zion, but it's like no, it's Zion. Like that whole area of the world has its own way of talking.
That's like, Terry, do you know Hooper?
Yeah, I know
Utah?
what it is.
You can always tell how that's pronounced if they're a local or not.
Hooper instead of Hooper.
Yep.
All right, Sushmita, did you have something else you were saying?
Oh, I just said I'm kind of halfway through Shy Girl, your romance, and
Yeah.
I'm like loving it. I just love, I mean, every part of it. It gives me like, oh, it
You
gives me
just
really-
dove in. You started
Yes.
with Shy Girl, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So Sushmita is helping me write Vikram's story because she grew up in India and Vikram has Indian heritage, and so she's she's been helping me out. She's going to be reading it for me and stuff. So I had her read Shy Girl, and then she's going to do Smoke and Fire, so she could kind of see how we've adapted different cultures into the romance. So she can kind of see how we do it. And so she just dove. For those of you that have read my romance series, she just dove in with.
But I want to know, like, you know, all the
I love
stories you
romance
have,
novels, right?
it connects the four people and you know the other people. Like totally, I want to know everybody. now.
Email me, and I'll send you the
Okay.
files for
So
sure.
I also started like taking pictures around my house of like what things that we have, artifacts. I'm
so
like
awesome.
hoping you get, because I saw how detailed you get when you know explain people's houses. I was like, you know, hopefully
Oh,
you
you're the
find something
best.
interesting.
You're the best. Thank you
Good,
so
thanks.
much. It is such a fun book.
It's like when I get into your book, I just like dive into a whole new world, and you have all these details in there.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Like you
Oh,
can
thank you.
experience it. Like now, I wish they made movies about your romance novels as well. So
Me too. Me too.
Hallmark
they're
needs to
fun.
get on it. So for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, exactly. I know. We need to get those producers on it for sure. Well, everyone, it was
Thank
a
you for the
delight.
talk.
Yes. Email me, Sushmita. I'll get you the links. Thank you all for coming. Sorry, there we go. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'll be on Friday for the usual Friday call. Bye, Terry. It's so good to see you. I'll be
Bye.
there Friday, and next Monday it'll still go as well. But it's good to see all your beautiful faces. And
I
we
will
talk
miss
to
you on
later.
Friday. I am out of town for a couple of hours, so I will miss
Okay.
you on Friday.
Well, we'll miss you, but we're there
But-
every week. So
Yeah. But everyone have a happy Easter.
Oh, that's
too.
right.
You
It's
too,
true,
you
yeah.
too.
That's right. All right. Bye,
Oh,
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.